I just spent $500,000 building these storage units, and less than a month later, I'm seriously starting to doubt if it was even worth it. You see, on paper, this build made total sense, but standing here today, it just feels different. Before I started building, I had 65 units. I had this set in the white building, and then I had this set behind me here. All 65 of them, 100% full. These ones full, those ones full, and these ones full, all of them. And I even had a waiting list for these units. So that's why I look at this build and I think it was a pretty logical decision to build more units, because that's what my tenants were asking for. New, clean, bigger units. Within a year of buying the facility, I was outpacing my projected returns and things were going really great. I also studied market demographics, and the two market demographics I always look at are medium household income and square foot per capita. So how much square foot of storage is in a given 5-mile radius per person. And then medium household income, because the higher the medium household income, often the better the rates you can get and just the stronger the market. So both of those things in this market were really, really good. So we added 40 big brand new units, exactly what people were asking for. And we ran into plenty of challenges during that build process. I actually made a video about the build process if you want to check that out. But what I'm starting to realize just a month after building these units is that the lease up is actually scarier than the build process. And 30 days in, I've only rented 5 of these units so far. And I know better than to think that these things are gonna rent up right away, but for some reason I was just super hopeful that it would be going faster than this. So my first idea to rent these things out a little bit faster was offering a promotion of 50% off the first month. Next, I spent hours teaching myself how to use Google Ads. I'll actually show you just what I check now every time I'm looking at Google Ads. I'm never gonna get tired of that. So I set up a Google campaign for Google Ads, and pretty much every morning now I log in and I check how many clicks I've had, how many impressions I've gotten, how much I'm spending per click, and how much I've spent so far this month. So within the last month, I've spent about $160 on these Google Ads, which seem to be working okay. I estimate that about every 25 clicks is one rented unit, and I have 38 clicks within the first month, so maybe a unit or a unit and a half rented from the Google Ads. Offering both the Google Ads and the promotion seemed to help a little bit, but I was super surprised what actually helped the most. Because the next thing I did was just set up some very simple Facebook Marketplace ads, and my phone started ringing. And I actually rented one of these big 12x40 units immediately on Facebook. But I pretty quickly realized that all of the parking across from this building needed to be moved, because in order for people to get their 40-foot units into these big units, they need to have the space to pull in and pull out. And that's something I didn't even think about before building these units. So today, in the 13-degree metro weather here, I gotta go move a few of these units. Before we do that, my wife sent me with all of our Christmas decorations immediately after Christmas that I have to load into my own unit. I know you don't want to see that, so let's do this. All right, much better. Now we got to get this trailer moved real quick. It's actually a rock wall. I think the guy uses it for county fairs and stuff. Kind of crazy, never seen that before. I gotta figure out this damn parking situation. Okay, so I got the rock wall in place, but man, I feel like every time I come down here, I am running into just a new challenge right now after the new build. My snow guy is piling all the snow here, which I was hoping he was gonna blow it more this way. And so what I had to do was essentially go all the way back to where the rock wall was parked, come out this way, and then back all the way down the alley, which short term it's fine for this year, but man, long term it's not gonna work. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there. But anyways, we got the rock wall placed, so it's good for now. Let's keep going. So where was I? Oh yeah, the human element of doubt, which I'm already going through again here with figuring out all this parking crap. But the human element of doubt is just creeping in right now. Because logically, I've already rented 5 units in just under a month. So if I keep on that pace, in 7 months, I'll be completely full again. But I just keep thinking about what if they don't keep filling up. I'm definitely feeling my patience tested right now. When I zoom out, nothing about the fundamentals of my decision to build has actually changed. I'm right on track for lease up. I know the storage business, and at the beginning I expected it was gonna take about a year to lease these things up. And it's the middle of winter, so nobody's really moving in and out of a storage unit right now anyways. And what I've realized for me in investing, but in life too, is that most disappointments come from unrealistic expectations. So we're building all of these units a mistake? I don't think so, but I have learned how uncomfortable waiting can be. And I'll know the answer to that question in a year from now, not a month from now. So my learning here is this: if you're building something long-term and questioning yourself halfway through, you're probably closer than you think. I forgot one more thing. For those of you that watched the last video where we saved Goldie, who is our storage facility cat, the one that lives outside, let's go check on her, see if we can get a quick update. So here is the house that she doesn't use, but I bet she's on her heating pad here. Hey, Goldie. Oh yeah, hi Goldie, she's there. I'll leave you be. Just wanted to say hello. All right, have a good night.